Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The aviation world, once a battleground between Boeing and Airbus, has long been defined by fierce competition, innovation, and the race for technological supremacy. For decades, these two giants have dominated the skies, shaping the very fabric of global air travel and setting the standards for safety, efficiency, and international cooperation. But now, a new challenger has emerged on the horizon: China's C919 jetliner. Developed by COMAC, the C919 represents not just a new aircraft, but a bold statement of intent from China to become a major player in the global aviation industry. This isn't just about a new plane, it's about shifting alliances, rising security fears, and the reordering of global power. The arrival of the C919 signals a new era, where the balance of influence in the skies is being redrawn, and old certainties are being challenged. As of October 27, 2025, the European Union finds itself in turmoil, grappling with mounting evidence that Russia is actively supporting China's C919 program. This revelation has sent shockwaves through European capitals, raising urgent questions about security, technology transfer, and the future of the continent's own aerospace industry. The deepening partnership between China and Russia threatens to disrupt the global aerospace balance, challenging not only Europe's economic interests, but also its security and technological leadership. Investors and policymakers alike are watching nervously as the landscape shifts. China and Russia are forging a powerful technological alliance, pooling resources and expertise to break Western dominance in the skies. Their collaboration is accelerating innovation and creating new opportunities, but also fueling anxieties in the West. For China, the C919 is about more than just self-sufficiency. It's a symbol of national pride and a tool for expanding global influence, opening new markets, and forging strategic partnerships across continents. For Russia, this alliance offers a vital lifeline, a way to bypass Western sanctions, maintain its relevance in high-tech industries, and secure a stake in the future of aviation. Europe now faces a reckoning. Its past policies and strategic choices have helped create a new, contested era in aviation, one where old alliances are tested and new rivals rise to challenge the status quo. The future of the skies is no longer just a Western story. It is a global contest, with new players, new ambitions, and a new axis shaping the destiny of aviation for decades to come. The C919 is China's answer to decades of dependence on Boeing and Airbus. For years, China's skies have been dominated by these two Western giants, with homegrown alternatives struggling to gain traction. The C919 represents a bold step to break this pattern and assert China's place in the global aviation industry. In 2008, China launched COMAC, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, with a clear mission: to build a jet that could rival the world's best and reduce reliance on foreign technology. The project was ambitious, requiring the mobilization of thousands of engineers, massive investment, and years of research and development. The C919, seating 168 passengers, directly challenges the A320neo and 737 MAX, two of the most popular single-aisle jets in the world. Its design aims to match their efficiency, comfort, and safety, while offering airlines a new choice in a market long dominated by just two players. Despite daunting technical hurdles, China poured resources into making the C919 a symbol of its high-tech ambitions. The project faced delays, certification challenges, and the need to meet strict international safety standards. But each obstacle only fueled China's determination to succeed. Its first commercial flight in May 2023 was a national milestone, celebrated across the country as a triumph of Chinese innovation and perseverance. The event marked not just the debut of a new jet, but a new era for China's aviation industry. Yet, the C919 relies heavily on Western technology, especially the LEAP-1C engine from GE and Safran, which powers the jet. Many critical avionics and systems are also sourced from international suppliers, highlighting the challenges of building a truly independent aircraft. China's leaders know true independence means replacing these foreign parts with homegrown alternatives. Research is underway to develop domestic engines and avionics, but achieving this will take time, investment, and continued innovation. With Airbus and Boeing facing long backlogs and supply chain issues, COMAC is aggressively marketing the C919 as a ready alternative. Airlines in China and beyond are taking notice, intrigued by the promise of a new competitor and the potential for faster deliveries. Deals and state visits are turning the jet into a diplomatic tool, aiming to erode the Western duopoly. The C919 is not just a commercial product, it's a symbol of national pride and a strategic asset in China's global ambitions. The goal: secure a global foothold and reshape the aviation market, positioning China as a major player in the skies for decades to come. The story of China and Russia's aerospace relationship is one of dramatic shifts, moving from fierce rivalry to strategic partnership, shaped by the tides of global politics and technological ambition. In the early years of the Cold War, the Soviet Union was China's primary source of military aviation technology, supplying not just aircraft, but also vital know-how and training. This partnership helped China build its first modern air force, laying the foundation for decades of development. However, the ideological split of the 1960s abruptly ended this cooperation, forcing China to chart its own course. Isolated from Soviet support, Chinese engineers embarked on a journey of self-reliance, reverse engineering old designs and gradually developing indigenous capabilities. The collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s brought a new era. Russia, seeking economic lifelines, began selling advanced aircraft and engines to a rapidly modernizing China. This exchange accelerated China's technological progress, but also sowed seeds of mistrust. Tensions simmered beneath the surface, with Russia accusing China of copying designs and technology without proper agreements. Despite these disputes, both sides recognized the mutual benefits of continued cooperation. By the 2010s, shared ambitions led to joint ventures like the C919 widebody jet, a project symbolizing their intent to challenge Western aerospace giants and pool their expertise for mutual gain. But the geopolitical landscape shifted again after Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Western sanctions forced Russia out of the C929 project, threatening to isolate its aerospace sector and disrupt years of collaboration. Instead of ending cooperation, these sanctions drove China and Russia into a quieter, more discreet partnership, one focused on sharing knowledge and resources away from Western scrutiny. Today, their collaboration centers on the C919, China's flagship commercial jet. Russian engineers now contribute expertise in design and manufacturing, helping China advance its aviation industry while avoiding the spotlight. This new phase is less about simple transactions and more about co-developing next-generation technologies, engines, avionics, and materials that could define the future of flight in both countries. The C919 now stands as the latest symbol of this evolving alliance, a testament to how two former rivals have become partners, shaping the future of aerospace together. The end of the C929 project didn't end Sino-Russian cooperation, it just went underground. Now the real action is in joint research labs and academic partnerships, especially in jet engine technology. Russian universities are teaming up with China's top defense-linked schools, sharing expertise in areas critical to the C919's independence. The goal: develop a domestic engine, free from Western control, making the C919 sanction-proof. This collaboration is a lifeline for Russia's isolated scientists, and a shortcut for China's ambitions. These academic pacts are laying the groundwork for a new, non-Western aerospace supply chain. Europe's open academic ties with China are now a strategic liability. European universities have long collaborated with China's 7 Sons of National Defense, the same institutions now working with Russia. This openness, once a point of pride, is now seen as a vulnerability. Dual-use research, civilian and military, flows freely, raising fears that European innovation is fueling China's and Russia's military advances. Chinese universities on US blacklists face few restrictions in Europe. Create stürzen Sie Iraq or editing a dangerous policy gap. The dilemma: protect academic freedom or clamp down on partnerships that could threaten security. Military-civil fusion is China's declared strategy, blurring the line between civilian and military tech. Europe must now decide if its research is helping competitors and potential adversaries gain the upper hand. The old model of trust-based exchange is under intense scrutiny. The C919, especially with Russian backing, is the biggest threat to the Airbus-Boeing duopoly in decades. China's domestic market alone could cost Airbus billions as airlines are pressured to buy local. The ripple effects would hit jobs and supply chains across Europe. COMAC is pitching the C919 as a fast, cost-effective alternative for airlines worldwide, especially as Airbus and Boeing face delivery delays. If the C919 gains European certification and a domestic engine, it could split the global market into Western and Chinese-led spheres. This isn't just about sales, it's about losing regulatory influence and industrial leadership. Europe faces a new era of competition, with its high-tech base at stake. The Sino-Russian Aerospace alliance has triggered a political crisis in Brussels. The EU is torn. China is a vital trade partner, but its alliance with Russia threatens European security. Some member states want tough export controls and sanctions. Others warn against isolating China and risking economic fallout. Major corporations push for de-risking rather than decoupling, hoping to protect key technologies while keeping trade open. The European Commission struggles to find unity as internal divisions deepen. The C919, now a symbol of this strategic challenge, blurs the line between commerce and security. Europe's next moves will shape its role in a rapidly changing world. Security experts warn that Europe's open research with China, now linked to Russia, poses long-term risks. China's military-civil fusion policy ensures civilian tech advances feed its military. European universities, in the name of academic freedom, may be helping modernize China's and Russia's military capabilities. Research in AI, materials, and avionics can be used for both commercial jets and advanced weaponry. The C919 is not just a commercial project, its technology is inherently dual-use. By closing China's aerospace gap, Europe may be accelerating a shift in global military power. The collaboration could help Russia bypass sanctions and strengthen its own military. The West must rethink how it manages technology transfer in an era of blurred lines. The C919 saga marks a turning point in global aviation and geopolitics. Western dominance is fading as new alliances reshape the skies. Europe must urgently balance economic interests with security, rethinking academic openness and investing in its own tech base. The world may soon see two competing aviation ecosystems, one Western, one Sino-Russian. Airlines and travelers could face a fragmented, politicized market. The choices made now will define the future of flight and global power. The turbulence ahead will affect us all,